I think Bulgakov finds one of, if not the most powerful Trinitarian symbol in the world, and it's within language itself. So Bulgakov will make the point that to make a statement, a meaningful statement about something, the most basic form of that is a judgment, because a judgment in philosophical terms is something like, I am a man, right? I am a man is a judgment, and there's a subject, I, there's a predicate, a man, and then there's a copula. Um, am, right? So you have the subject, the predicate, and the copula. The subject is, in Orthodox terminology, the hypostasis. He is the thing that we are pointing to when it comes to the predicate. The predicate is describing stuff about the subject, but not circumscribing the subject. There is still a principle of distinction here, and it does relate to this whole thing about person, like one of the Cappadocians makes the point that or it might be John of Damascus, that when it comes to the personal properties of the persons of the Holy Trinity, the Father is unbegotten, the Son is begotten, the Spirit proceeds from the Father. We can't actually grasp the content of the actual meaning of the personal properties. And part of this is just the apophatic nature of a person. A person cannot be reduced to anything. The person is irreducible, singularity, absolute. But the point Bulgakov makes is that you can't, to say anything intelligible about a subject is to say something about a predicate, is to make a predicate about it, like I am a man. And the predicate is the second order, right? You have the subject, first order, predicate, second order. The predicate reveals the truth of the subject. He reveals what is unrevealable about the subject in itself. I mean, think about Father and Son, right? The Son reveals the Father. This is what Christ himself says. No one has seen the Father except the Son, right? And that is because the Son is himself the image, the predicate of the subject of the Father. Obviously, this is an analogy, but it's a true one. And then the copula is the am in the statement, I am a man. The copula is what unites subject and predicate together. It realizes as a dynamic, living, communal, relational reality, the fact that I am living out, I am actively existing as a subject with content that is in relation with something other than me, because the predicate is other than the subject, right? So that really is the Bulgakovian triad, the linguistic triad, which is a pattern that I think is essential to language and also essential to every aspect of reality, even if we haven't been able to tease it out yet in terms of ontology, in terms of the categories that we would be dealing with most immediately. The language I like to use, and I talk about this in the Trinitarian ontology video, which is in the advanced playlist in the description. I talk about how the parallels to Bulgakov in metaphysical terms would be the self, the other, and the revelation of their union. Now, this term revelation of their union, obviously it relates to the third being the spirit of revelation and all this stuff. I took this specifically from Seraphim Hamilton, of course, from his essay Energies of the Trinity. And a point he makes, and I don't think his point is that Palamas himself makes this, but he's analyzing the doctrine of the divine energies, and he's showing how the energies have to be understood as inherently Trinitarian realities. I keep blurring. And the point Sarah makes is that a communion of two alone is not enough, because God himself is the qualities of God are eternally revealed, right? Everything about the Father is eternally revealed and given over and known. And this is part of the omniscience of God. This is part of the self-knowledge of God. Now, if we believe love is a divine property or a divine energy, right? If love requires two, and the Father and the Son are this love, where is the principle, or where is the revelation of the love itself within the Godhead? There isn't anyone. There isn't a revelation of love itself. So the point is that the Holy Spirit reveals, and in so revealing, it means he's part of it eternally, the communion of Father and Son. And his specific role, and this is not something I'm making up, this is what Staniloy says, is to be the bearer and the revealer of the love of the Father and the Son. So this is what the third stands for here. And in terms of Bulgakov's language, you'll remember this is related to the copula. And what does the copula do? The copula precisely links together and reveals and actualizes the unity of subject and predicate. So lots of stuff there, but Nate has his hand raised very politely, so I'll pass it off to
Real
Alvar.
quick, real quick.
Just
Yeah,
kidding.
yeah, yeah.